Do you agree the law is a scam? Let's have a look.
Homeownership is nothing but a scam. There's this woman, she is 91. She had purchased her house maybe about 40, 50 years ago. She worked most of her life and she paid the house off. She retired, and of course, you know, when you retire, you're not making the same amount of money you was making when you were working. They come around once every 3 years and they do an assessment of your property. If the value of your house went up, then they take your property taxes up. It got to a point where she started struggling to keep up with the taxes on the house, because the taxes on the house continuously kept going up over the years. Even though the house is paid off, you still got to pay the property taxes on the house. So what they did is, because she fell so far behind on her taxes, they came in and they took her house and they sold it. They auctioned the house off for $14,000, even though the house value was about $400,000. And she lost all the equity that she had grew in the house over the years. You never own the land. They will allow you to purchase the house and finance it, but as long as they own the land, they could take that house from you anytime they want. So when you don't pay them their money, they come and get that house. It don't matter how much you paid into that house. It don't matter what you have done to that house, whatever memories you have, they don't care. They just want their money. They will take the house, they will sell it for whatever you owe. Are we ever in a position where we're free of debt? I feel like that if you bought the house and the land, that you shouldn't have to continue to pay taxes on it. It's yours, you own it. They never allow you to be free of debt. You're never free of debt. I don't care if you run around and say, I'm debt free. No, you're not. If you own a piece of property on their land, you got to continuously pay them until you die. And even when you die and you pass the home down to your children, they got to continue to pay until they die. And the sad thing is, they're making millions and millions and millions as long as that house stays on their land. It never stops. You never pay anything off. How do you allow this woman to work all these years and pay off her house, and you take her house for that little bit of money, and you hand the house over, her equity over, to somebody else who was willing to give you the money that she owed? How do you sleep at night? It's a scam. Not only with the houses, but also with cars. If you don't pay registration every year, you're not allowed to even drive your car. So even if your car is paid off, you still got to pay to drive it.
She's right? You bought a house. It's like you bought a pen. The pen is yours. So why isn't the house yours? Why do you still have to pay property tax every year? Isn't that basically renting? Isn't that robbery by the government? And you also have to buy insurance for the house? Why should you pay for insurance? Insurance from what? Earthquake? Fire? You paid property tax already, right? The government should get you covered. So why insurance? What other mandatory housing related expenses do you have besides property tax and home insurance? Please tell me. In China, we don't have property tax and almost no one buys home insurance. The house you buy, whether you are retired, unemployed, or bankrupt, if it is your only home, no one dares to take it away from you. So why do you have to pay property tax? Aside from the purchase price of the house and an average nationwide community sanitation and management fee of about $20 per month per house, other costs are pay as you use, such as electricity. You pay only for how much you consume. Aren't you a developed country? A country ruled by law. Why were such laws passed in the first place? Did you agree on that? And when they were passed, why didn't you resist? Don't you have 500 million guns? Take cars as another example. In China, the minimum mandatory annual cost to legally use a car is $196, including $165 for insurance and $31 for annual inspection. Other costs are also pay as you use. And even if you don't want to pay for that, you can sell your car because the public transportation is relatively convenient and cheap. You see, we admit that China is still a developing country, so we really don't quite understand the so-called developed countries. Confusing.